So welcome back, everybody. It said I had three. It's funny because it went offline, but it didn't tell me I had lost viewers. So we'll see what happens now. We're probably gonna stream for just 1 more hour. We're just working on the mod now. My apologies if I ever fat fingered and the thing just shut off. I didn't even see it turn off. I didn't notice that it was off. I just happened to look over because I looked over and I saw that it said I had 3 viewers, and then it said offline. I was like, wait a minute, what the heck is going on here? What the heck is going on here? So my apologies. I don't know what happened there. I think I must have fat fingered turning it off. I don't know if there's a hotkey to turn off the stream, but I must have hit it. Otherwise, it just shut off for whatever dumb reason. I need to work on. I may after this after April, May, I'm probably gonna have my other server set up, so I'll have the backup server. So hopefully, whenever I fat finger, we won't have the issue. Also, it could just be because I swapped computers, and maybe the swapping app isn't working the way that it's supposed to, because it is a beta. So there's a few reasons. I apologize. Like I said, usually I go from my Mac to the PC, and I usually don't go from PC to Mac. So it could just be a Mac issue for all I know. So my apologies once again. I'll have to check back to see when we logged out. But last what we were up to is essentially we discovered that when I asked the AI to mock out 4 recipes for my bench, it screwed it up to the point that the mod won't run anymore. So we're trying to get it to decompile, learn a little bit about Kytale, what's changed, and update our mod to work. So we're letting that process happen. It claims that it knows how to fix that. I'm kind of like, we'll see. And we should be good to go then. So eventually, once we start it, we should be able to see our bench and have the ability to make a few drinks with some placeholders. And welcome back, my 2 viewers. Hopefully my drop there wasn't too bad. I accidentally either fat fingered and turned off the stream, or or it just dropped me. Like I said before, I did use a app to switch between the stream that I had on my gaming PC to the stream I had on my laptop. So I don't know if we just lost each other in that process. It did say it was working for a bit, so I just started the stream again, and now hopefully it'll work fine. We'll find out. We're just right now waiting for the AI to fix its mistakes, because essentially it added some mocks. The mocks were not up to snuff, and now our mod won't load. So we're just trying to get it to learn. It's decompiling Kytale. We're literally decompiling Kytale so it can learn the structure, so it can update the mod, is what we're doing right now. And that's what this billowing is. And then we're going to time box after that, adding in new features. So I don't know. I was hopeful that we'd get our mod to the point where I'm just sitting here drawing. I could just open that up. I could just start on that while we're waiting for that. So we got the models here. So let's go applications. I just don't remember. What's it called? Bench something? There's Adobe. So we're going to end up using Adobe Photoshop. Blockbench, that's what it is. And then Blockbench to model. And you can see, let me open up the bar right now. No textures. Would you like to import? Select files. Sure. Common textures. That's the mojito. Common. I hope we didn't lose block textures. Mixology bar. Oops. What did I just hit on? There we go. Mixology bar open. There we go. So this is our mixology bar as it is. Pretty straightforward. It looks pretty nice. This is the inside. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of follow this model and just kind of draw our bottles, our cocktail glasses. Pretty much going to be an inverse of this. Just little flutes that we're going to hold. But we're going to wait for this to load, and then we're going to start modeling out our different glasses. So we're gonna make a tiki mug. The tiki mug is pretty much gonna be like this guy, just modeled different. It's just gonna be a little cube. And then we're gonna do a martini flute, and then we're gonna do just a normal glass, I think. There's gonna be 4 different glasses. And the idea is like you'll just be drinking these. And I think I wanna, ideally, right, to start off, it's just gonna have those different models to drink it and it'll be done, a potion. But ideally, we'll have it so just like the potion bottles, you can keep the glasses afterwards with the gold. So then you can just refill the glasses later. I think that'd be kind of fun. We'll see where we end up there. We'll see where we end up. So yeah, so let's check back on the AI here. What do we got going on here? We're making a directory. What are we making a directory? Okay, so we're making a directory of the decompiled code. And then we're gonna. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We're just now spilling out all the decompiled code. And then once we have this, we'll have a solid. I could probably just tell it like, hey, well, we'll get to work and then I may be able to, now that it knows what it is, we're gonna say, can we make it work like the potions? Okay, so we got, looks like it looks like the AI may have made some textures. AI may have generated some textures. Let's see how that ends up. If that's fine though, because I could just go in and redo them. We gotta make sure that we don't deploy with that, but it's fine for now. So it's gonna build now. Hopefully if it builds. I'm gonna see if there's a way. The drink soil pill is consumable animals don't restore health yet does phase 3 drink effect. Amino at lows and then tackle the Modding Kytale budget. Okay. Background command receiver. Okay. That was the earlier full Georgie completion that we worked around. Already got what we needed from extracting just item class. The drink JSONs are fixed and applied. Try loading the mod. Let me know how it works. So that's cool. So we're kind of training the AI. I feel bad because like we're leading the way into making AI slap Kytale mods because we're training the AI on like the structure of Kytale. So now that we did that, we actually got to close out. We gotta actually close out Kytale here. So it's a double-edged sword. It's definitely a double-edged sword with using AI. Kytale launcher, and yeah, like I said, if this works, and we're just going to start making models for the different items to replace whatever just stuck in here. Worlds. We're going to check edit world mods there. Should be working. So let's go escape and just start it. Hopefully it starts. Let's find out. Oh, it looks like it started. It looks like it started. And oh, nope. Load. I am curious. I noticed we had files for each new drink. Do these exist? So I think I already know what I misspelled curious, but I think it's looking for files that don't exist. Because I was like, oh, I made that. Yeah. There are no textures for drink items. No, okay, so. Yeah. So it made the thing expecting them to be there. Okay, so that's old. It thought it knew what it was doing, but it did not. And I'm kind of annoyed that it keeps popping it to the top here. I gotta compact after this. Okay, let's see if this works now. It claims it deployed it as well. So that means we just got to close out of Kytale again and start it up. I don't know if that's changed. Do we have to do that? But we'll see. That's what was happening before. So we'll just go see if it loads. That's probably gonna crash again. Yeah. Getting. This is annoying. Can we use the potion bottle as a placeholder? Example. Or our pipes. Okay, so I'm going to say use this as placeholder data. So it tried to make mock data, but then it was expecting assets that didn't exist, and then it deleted the references to those assets. But I believe from my last experience that you need those references or it won't compile. So I'm just saying use these. Okay, it's doing deco potion. Hopefully it doesn't do that. We'll see what happens here. So I think they're just gonna look like some sort of food item. So we'll see where it ends up now. Hopefully it builds now at least. But yeah, like I said, we got a nice bar top. I really liked how this turned out. It's pretty fun. I feel it fits the theme. And we'll probably I'll probably reskin it later, but this is good enough to get it, get it out there is the goal here. Also, I just like my little area to slice limes. I think that's hilarious. Okay, also we're gonna close this. Okay, so claims it works now. Claims it works now. We will see. We will see. Worlds sandbox. I don't think it's gonna load. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Ah, loads. Okay, awesome. We got it fixed. So yeah, we have my block. So we just got a martini crate here. And then we got our mixology bar. Which doesn't seem to load. I don't know if it loaded before. But at least the game lets us in now. We can see the mixology bar next to the. So the fun part is to kind of give homage to this. I made the cocktail stirrer box the same as the alchemy stand there. Oh, let's look at this on the front. Neat. Okay, so I think we're gonna get out of the game. We got enough information now to say, hey, I'm gonna tell it to commit, and then we'll clear out some of the screen here. Once it's done with that, I could probably commit it myself too. It knows not to load the PSD file. So I'm gonna actually check this. Let's do. So here's all the change files before. Let's see where we end up now. It should be. Okay, so there are changes to be committed. And then this is the plan. These are just plans. These are examples. This is code that it knows not to commit because that's just notes for itself. Why are we? Okay, it's unstaging. That's kind of wild. It was like, you know what? I shouldn't commit these 2 files. Let's remove that. Okay. Before that, when I click F on my bench, I don't see a menu. And before when we clicked it, I could select my mixology crate. Can we add back in the menu? Action. So we're just gonna tell it to fix this. We're gonna tell it to fix. We're gonna be like, fix this. And yeah, so we're almost back to where we were. And then we'll tell it to, we're gonna time box because ideally we're not doing anything new, which is why AI should work. We're just making something that's pretty basic to the modding situation here, which is we're making our own bench. We already made our own block, and that was the first thing I did, is just understand how that worked. And then now, previously when you clicked on the bench, it would open up a recipe menu where you could get your block, and that's where I left off. So now what I'm going to do is instead, once it fixes that, we're going to then add in the 4 different cocktails. So it's still not up to date from where we were. And that could be for 2 reasons. One could just be, it claims that the 4 things that it added from the other run, because that was just a rogue spool up, and it kind of failed. It was an experiment that failed. It didn't really do the code correctly, and we're still cleaning up from like a bad spool up of an individual instance of Claude. So it claims that was the issue. I don't know. It could be a part of the fact that we're 3 versions behind. Because I made my mod when the game first came out. I didn't release it because it wasn't complete. So I think that's part of the issue. Having said that, I'm gonna get some tea. Will you join me in getting some tea? So I got a little tea corner over here. We'll let that run, but we're gonna get some tea here. And I was thinking about stuff. I may actually put you camera here on a different spot, or I want to do like a 2 camera thing here. Because I like the camera there, but like I don't like that my back's turned, so I want to put a camera over here, and I have tools for that. I just gotta get another camera, which I think will be kind of cool. Just a little 2 camera, one facing me from this angle, so I could talk to it on my back to this camera. I just like the idea that you can see my little coffee corner. So we'll get some stuff going. It freaks people out when they come here. They see all these cameras, like, what are you doing? I'm streaming. I'm streaming my stuff. My dudes, I am streaming my stuff. All right, so let's go. Drinks. Hot water. So just get some water. And I'm just gonna drink. I've been drinking this tonight. It was a stressful day. We're gonna have some sweet dreams. We're gonna have some sweet dreams. Some sweet dreams tea. Sweet dreams tea. Sweet dreams tea. I was telling someone earlier on stream, I've been putting simple syrup. I'm just trying to use this up because I don't drink that much at home. I actually don't drink at home anymore. I used to have some like you can tell I have a little bit of a cocktail set up here. I used to have people over a lot, but since I moved, I haven't had any guests, so I haven't bought any alcohol to make drinks. And I was just like, let me just use this up so I could just put the rest of the stuff away. So we'll see where we end up there. It's all good. It's all good, my dudes. I think it's better. Like, it's weird because I didn't grow up in a... My family just didn't drink. So, like, for for different reasons. Like part of it was health reasons, but like so now I'm like I didn't learn to drink until I was an adult, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I could have cocktails and things, and then like I didn't drink at all in college. I didn't drink until I was like 24, maybe 25. So you know, did like 15 years of just like cocktails and fun stuff, and then now I'm just like I don't need this. It's fine, but yeah. Still, we're making a little cocktail thing because I think it's humorous. I like the idea of like I like the mixology. I don't necessarily like the drinking part. So we're just gonna continue now. I just need some hot water here. Back to the table. Back to the table. Where did we end up? Do you want to proceed? What are we doing? Deploy plugin jar. Yeah, we want to deploy. We want to deploy. Why does it need to? Should not need to do that, but whatever. What are you doing? It's having trouble doing the thing I already did, like 3 times. Ba 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 ba. Boop a doop a doop a doo. I don't know why this is doing all this. I shouldn't need to do all this because I already did all this. Now what are you doing? Why did you forget how to copy the mod? You did it like 3 times before. It's bloviating. Searching memories. I had to remind it. Hey, you already did this. I was just starting to do some weird stuff here. Determinating. Yes. Okay. We will check now. We will check now. Play. So hopefully it copied over. Worlds Sandbox 2. I don't like what it looked like just now. I don't know why it was grayed and blurred out. Oh, I picked the wrong. Quit the main menu. Worlds Sandbox. Yeah, it's still not letting me. It's still not working. Let's also. I'm going to check what it's doing though. Editor, user data, mods. Logs. We got logs. Okay, so 928, 930. Okay, looks like I copied it over recently. Oops. Oh, that feels compact. I just need to clear out what it's saying here. So it looked like it copied it over, but it still doesn't work. So I just wanted I wanted to confirm that I was actually doing what I was trying to do. And yeah, so attempt was made, attempt was unsuccessful. An attempt was made, but the attempt was unsuccessful. So I'm just kind of waiting on this to compact, and then we'll try again. We will try again. If first you don't succeed, try again. Try again. And thank you, my two viewers, for checking up on this interesting methodology to making a Kytale mod. I don't know how many people are using like Claude Code to write their Kytale mod. Okay, so open the bench menu. When I click with F, and you look at the other benches and see if we are missing some information. This also used to work, so can you check the previous commit for any changes? Okay, so we'll see what it does now. We'll also clean things up so now I can actually see what we're talking about. Should be a little bit less messy. See? We're manifesting. Run shell command. What are we checking? Directory not found. I get a little annoyed because it's just doing like reading. It used to not ask me. I think it's because it's asking for these names here. Yeah, hopefully it won't ask me here. Oh. Now it's got something going. Look, all the tokens that's burning. But I think we'll be better off for this. I think we'll be better off. We'll get this going. Get this going. I think we'll be in a good place. Also, I haven't mentioned, but I need to copy over. I was able, so one of the reasons why I didn't stream yesterday is I was just sitting around trying to get the build process to work because I'm not a DevOps type of person, so I was just kind of like scratching my head a little bit. But I think we got it working. I'm going to copy that over, put it on here, and then we'll test. I don't know if I'm going to do it on stream, but I'm going to test to see if I can write to a wristband, copy that data, put it onto here. And then once we get that going, then that's like our last. Well, there's one more feature we're probably going to add. Which is to do the QR codes. And then once we get the QR codes working, then we're just going to be spending 2 weeks just cleaning up the code base, making it a little bit more nicer of an experience. And then I got the videos from my friend. We're going to be cleaning that up, making it look more cyberpunky. See what we can do there. I'm just going to put some filters on it. I'm not an editor that much, but I wanted to do something. See where we end up with that. So it's whirling. So there's a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff in the pipeline. We got a small window. We got like a month to go with all these projects, and then in May we're gonna probably just do a big rethink for the rest of the year. I think I'm gonna try to build some boring stuff off stream, and we'll build a login system, and we'll just have like it's not gonna be called like Murdy logins, but we'll have like a login system. I think I'm just gonna buy a domain and start having it so that people can use that to log in to all the projects. To all the projects. Okay, found the issue. Comparing old work and current vanilla blocking does not bench block does not in any vanilla benches. This is some event I need to open out size and stuff hitbox that works fine. Okay. I don't think any of that was what we needed to do. Yes, this is gonna be me hitting yes like a dozen times, I think. Okay, so deployed. Okay, so let's give it a go. Let's give it a go. Kytale launcher, let's do it. Sandbox. Also, user data mods install. Okay, I feel like this editor user data folder is just not real. Okay, let's see if it works. Also, let's do inventory clear. Now that I know that's a thing. There we go. Still don't work. Oops, we destroyed our bench. Look at that. I'm doing great here, guys. Why? No. Why can't I put my bench down? Oh, it did worse. Okay, now we're getting, okay. Let me make sure we put a normal bench down. Where's a normal bench? Because I was hitting this button. Okay, so it's human error there. I'm just being a dummy. I'm just being a dummy. I was like, should it be doing that? And the answer is yes. Yes, it should be. I hit the wrong button. That's usually a sign that means I need to take a break. So we'll probably just go on for another hour. I'm really bummed out that we're not back to where we were with all this. We're not back to just having a workbench that works. I am happy that we did get our mod up to date though. I wish there was a way to debug this better. Oops. Happening when I look out. And we see what the alchemy bench is doing. That would allow it to open a menu on looking F on it. So ideally what my thought process is, I kind of want this to be like an adjacent item to the alchemy bench. So if I could just say, hey, copy what the alchemy bench is doing to get this to load, then we'll have to there. Because then it'll just be me maybe like tweaking the sounds and doing some little things. So it'll just be like, hey, this is something that will work with the alchemy bench. Fiddle faddling, fiddle faddling, fiddle faddling, fiddle faddle, fiddle fiddle faddle faddle. Let's see what we end up with this. And yeah, I could start. So the problem right now also is I need to like open up. I wonder, like, I think the models are around. I'm gonna see if I can get an extract of like the actual models, because I want to load a potion model as a reference and then use that, because like that's where I based these bottles on here off of the bottles off the alchemy. So the colors come from that, the shapes and stuff comes from that. So we'll use that to be like a basis for our thing. Okay, also we're gonna close this dude. Quit the desktop. How is this doing? Still doing stuff. Build successful. Tags type bench. State object defines crafting state. Okay, so yeah, it was missing. Once I told it go reference these other things, I think that's what we needed to get this to go. So now it needs to know that it could update this user data folder. Try it now. Okay, so let's give it a go yet again. Give it a go yet again. All right, so let's hit F. Still nothing. This does stuff. Because what I'm expecting is, ideally we just copy this. Like, it should just be these different potion bottles. That's interesting. I wonder what that means. Oh, it's infinite, I think. Because that's the goal, is we're trying to copy this potion bottle thing, but it'll be different drinks. But you see how they have the fun potions? So we're not going to go as crazy as this. Because it's just going to be different health potions ultimately. And we'll probably add petals actually, now that I think about it. So it'll just be some... still doesn't work. So we'll see where this ends up. And this, like, the other thing is I could put it on a heavier duty or, because I should check to see what model on actually. Model, what are we using? Yes. Logs there. This is not going to tell me what model we're on until it's done. I'm done reading my logs. So it's done reading my logs. So I think it thinks it's okay. So I'm just gonna ask it like, hey, again, it used to be able on F show the block. We'll figure this out. We'll figure this out. Check the most minimal vanilla bench to find absolute builds needed. I don't know why it keeps forgetting what folders it has access to. Oh, okay, interesting. Old place blocks might not pick up the new definition, so let's try that. Maybe it's been working. Maybe it's been working, I just haven't. That is very concerning. You can see me talking to my brother. Don't dox my brother, my friends. I guess I can't share this video now. That's a bummer. I didn't know that it would do that. Why would it do that? It's pretty terrible. Okay, so it says destroy this. Put down. Oops, that's the regular one. Down. Now! Can I stand on it? I can stand on it. I'll walk over it. I can walk over it. Yeah, it still won't work. No dice. Other benches. And you had a test bench with minimal requirements to open the menu on F to see if we understand what is needed correctly. All right, so I'm just saying make a new test bench with the minimal requirements. Let's see if it loads. Test bench. So it's making a test bench, and then we're going to deploy the test bench. Test bench has been deployed. I can just do give/give test bench. That's nice. So let's do that. Let's give ourselves test bench. Well, let's see if we could load the test bench. Give test bench. There's a test bench. So they just basically copied glue. Okay. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Can't click on test bench. Test bench doesn't work. Let's go look through the files. This is interesting because the last time I played with this is just a month or two ago, it didn't know how to decompile the code and look through these files. I was bugging someone else to give me their notes. who already tried to poke around to see what worked. It's pretty wild. So now it's just decompiling and saying, this is what you need. Pretty interesting. I may, once we get this working, I may go through and just have it like write notes on what it's decompiled and just save that as a markdown file. See if that'll work better for us. Decompile. We'll just tear it apart. This is very interesting that it's taking, like, I'm interested in this process. I'm a little disappointed that we have to do this process though, of just why is our bench not hitting F? Why is it not loading anything? That's interesting. I'm literally just going through line by line now, trying to understand it. Very interesting. So yeah, I know I'm losing faith that we'll hit our benchmark of getting this to work with our mock drinks in there. Like hopefully when we end this, we will have those 4 drinks in there. We may not have models for them yet. I don't think I may just put something together real quick because I may just do just the basic shapes. Let's see if I could figure that out. Let's see if we can figure out how to do file, open model. So this is from me. Let's just do a search, I guess. Kytale mug blocky model. See if I just do a search, it just shows up. Wooden mug. Wooden mug. How to open wooden mug in, what's this called? Blockbench. Let's see, Kytale. Maybe I'll just ask for, we'll just get the AI to extract it. We have the AI extract the assets. Dun dun dun. Okay, multiple blah blah blah. What are we changing? Built-in crafting. Okay, we're just decompiling. We'll decompile and extract its essences to learn its secrets. And then once we've done that, we will then be able to know how to make our damn workbench work again. Decompiling Java code. Decompiling Java code. I wonder if this is against the rules. I wonder if I'm breaking. I wonder if I'm breaking some EULA or something. I'm doing it on stream. Well, we already know we gotta delete this stream because I accidentally put my brother's phone number up there. I gotta figure out a way how to turn that off. Oh well. I am terrible. I am a terrible streamer. If I ever get popular, if ever get people to watch me more than 2 people, I gotta get my act together. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Ba 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 decompiling. Key insight. The key insight from block type process config is that auto registers the F key interaction, but open bench page interaction checks the bench block component on the block entity. Let me check how vanilla benches blocks get this component. They don't have block entity in JSON. Okay, it's starting to understand. It's starting to understand. We are the bad guys, guys. We're doing warlock shit now. We're doing warlock shit. We're decompiling. We're decompiling the Kytale, feeding it into the AI so that it can understand the code base and then tell us what we're doing wrong. And I don't know if that's illegal. I don't know if that's illegal. We'll find out. Hopefully no one comes after me. Okay, so let's see. Build tool bench build does have blocking to make a point extracted assets and does have or stale from further build. Yeah. So we right to edit, but remove the layer type and notice the state object. What are you doing? I was reading. No, I want to read this first. I don't know what is that noise. Someone just did like a loud screech outside of their car. To know state object and build tool doesn't have ID crafting, it's just definitions directly. Let me update both our bench files to match this exact pattern. Okay, so it's updating the pattern, adding block entity components bench block instead of ID crafting. Now update test bench 2. Yeah, okay. And now we're going to deploy it. So we're changing our JSON schema. We're changing our JSON schema. So basically the big picture today is things have changed since I first started building the mod. We're using our warlock abilities to have Claude decompile the code, look at the existing blocks, how they work, figure out the schema, and then update the schema to our blocks and our benches and all our stuff so the matches so it works in the build again. Okay. Waiting for test results with updated performance. Okay, so we're just waiting to see if it works now. Oh, it's waiting on me now. It's waiting on me. So give test bench. Sort of give test bench first, and I'll do mixology bar. So we will quit the Kytale. Quit the Kytale. Play the Kytale. We'll play the Kytale. We'll go to worlds. We'll go to sandbox. Oh look, it remembers what I wrote. Give test bench. Put that down. F. Okay, that works now. So it's just a schema issue. So let us see if our damn. Oh, I didn't do the command yet. Give mixology bar. Mixology bar. And we'll break the old bar, break that guy. We don't want that one. Break that guy. I'll put it right now so we had it over here. Break that guy. Break that guy, break that guy. Bam. See if it works. There we go. Hey, and there's our drinks. It looks like we have the corn. And it just looks like it's all corn now. But look, there's our apple martini. our autumn sip, a berry punch, and our corn cooler. Okay, that's what we wanted, guys. We finally got the damn thing to load. And like it's using our is that right? Yeah, that's our updated block. So let's see. Is it B? Tab. Should be. I don't know where. I'm curious where our block is because this is new since I last did it. Those are ores. Those are packets. Those are texture. Yeah, is it on here? There it is. There's our mixology crate. Okay, so we still got our mixology crate. Mixology crate still exists. That's good. We'll keep that in the mod. I don't know if we're ever going to actually use it, but it'd be nice. You know, it's something nicer to add. I want to play with the textures though, because like, I think we can make it a little less jarring. But yeah, this wood's supposed to match like this wood, so I've changed this texture a bit already. But yeah, so there we go. We did it. So then my next step is I'm going to tell it to extract the potion bottle. Key lesson was that we extracted the text assets were still. The build told me to now. I'm blocking the purpose. Okay. Can you put somewhere in my dev build folder what are these files called? Should be open model, blocky model. Excuse me. Well, that's great. Look, guys, we got our menu. We got our. It's using my default texture, which is perfect. We got a default texture again. We got our full different drinks here, and then so the goal is we're gonna have the 4 different glasses and the 4 different drinks after that. And that's kind of following this pattern where we have small potion bottle. So we'll have like different we're not gonna do bottles, but it'll be different cups. So like once we have the 4 basic drinks, right? We may add like different tiers. The idea will be like we'll have the 3 drinks, and then as you go along, just like the this bench here, right? The food bench. As you go along and like work up the tiers, you'll get different different drinks you can put in those bottles. And maybe open up more glasses as we go along the way. But like that's the idea, is that we'll have some fun stuff, and then ideally like we'll have multiple drinks that go into multiple bottles, but there won't be bottles. There'll be like cocktail glasses and stuff. So yeah, so we did actually make it to our benchmark. Okay, you put somewhere in my dev build a folder of all the blocky models for the potions and their textures, so I can use them as reference. So this is what I want. Consumables. Let's show some consumables. But yeah, so now I can look at these textures and everything and then base my stuff off of that. So now I should be able to match that better. I'll probably go back like this is mostly where I want it to be. Like I like certain elements more than others, but I think this wood is not quite what I want just yet. It's too clean. Like you see how like this has like some spots. I gotta work on it a little bit. This, like you can see how this workbench is a little, well, they're identical benches. But like I don't think my wood texture is up to snuff just yet for what we want to do with this. I think this table looks great, but I think we need to get it a little bit better. We're not quite there yet, but we're pretty freaking close. And we'll work it a little bit because basically I just kind of drew whatever. That's what it was, just to get it out the door. I think it could use a little bit more work. I don't like the wood grains. I think I baked some of these colors pretty nicely. Like you can see, like this kind of goes to like a white on the outside, or I go dark on the outside. So I don't know if they're all like that. So I gotta like just study what they're doing with some of this stuff a little bit better. And like maybe I'll put it like this has a notch. I don't know if I'm gonna do a notch because we kind of want a nice spot. I'm gonna have to look at like the nicer tables, like the leveled tables. See how they look, because we want this to look nice. Like we want this to look used. Right now it doesn't quite look used. It looks too clean to me. We're gonna fix it up with updating the wood textures a little bit. It needs to have some pits and some knots and stuff, I think. So it's a work in progress. I think the model is like 99% there, and there's enough to go forward with. We'll tweak it some more. Yeah. So I guess the next step is we'll see what it did. We put reference potions. Awesome. So let's look at block bench, file, open model. We'll go developer, Maurice Mixology plugin. We should have reference, potions, common, items, consumables, potions. There we go. Normal. Okay. And then potion textures. Interesting. That's I have to learn from this, guys, because look, this looks really nice. I like the lips on this looks better than the lips on my bottles, right? I don't even have like some nice lips on this bottle. It's just a line. So I think I need to look at the coloring on this. Yeah, you can look inside the bottle. So my goal, I'm gonna look at the other mugs too. This is really nice. I really like this. I'm glad we're able to look at this now. Because I kind of just, I think what I did is I took a screenshot. But now I can actually just look at the textures and kind of map it. Because ideally, I want my glass to match this glass because I'm trying to make the colors match. Because you can see mine's a little, like, my colors are not as blue as those. This is a nice blue, so we gotta work on that. Clean that up a bit, make it match. I don't think we need to match the colors per se, but like I feel like this could use a little bit more work. Definitely, like you can see how this is a little bit more rounded. So I don't know how far we can look, but it's kind of neat that there's like little bubbles in there. Let's open up another one. It's a lesser potion. Okay. Files, potion textures. See, this doesn't say lesser, so if I hit red, is it the same? Interesting. So they're using the same texture for all of these. I'm gonna have to do the same thing. I'm gonna have to make like a texture for yeah, I'm gonna have to make some interesting. I'll have to study this a bit because they do some good stuff here. Because this is the same bottle texture. Like this is the big. I wonder if this is the big bottle here and then the little bottle down here, and they're just using the same texture. Because what I'll end up having to do is we're gonna have like 4 different cups. So maybe when I make mine, it's just having instead of having big and little bottles, it'll be the 4 different glasswares. We will see. But then yeah, because it might be the 4 different glasswares, and maybe like we change the, like it may just be like here's the glass, and then we'll have different colors for the different potions. I'll have to think about that. Okay, so let's look at large. Did I look at large or what's normal? So that's normal. That's lesser. So now it's large. Okay. That's cool. So I like that. If you look at, I didn't realize that. That's pretty smart. One, I like their corks. Their corks look a lot nicer than mine. Well, what they're doing is, look, so this is the lesser one, and it's using the same texture for all 3 of these. And they're just making this part here, the lip, they're just making that the, I don't think you're using the, no, yeah, it's the same texture. So this part here is the same texture as this part here. They're just reusing it. That's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to like look at what they're doing for sure. Oh, we had an ad break this whole time. Thanks for anyone who stayed for the ads. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself. So we'll just wait for the ads now. Wait for the ads now. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. All 2 of you. So you got added some ads. I changed the way that we do the ads. We're no longer doing ads on initial ads. We're just doing it like every hour. It's going to be ads. So what I did notice is all these potions are designed in a way that they're all using the same texture file, which I think is really cool. Because like you could see on this large potion, these rings here, these rings are the same as this neck right here. They're the same part of the texture. So it's kind of wild to look at this, and like the neck here, this part of the thing, if you look at this potion here, they're all using the same top, right? Even this guy. Yeah, but see, this one's only using the very top, the tippy top. It goes in a pixel. So that's kind of cool. So that's the thing, like basically the reason I want to open this is I wanted to see one, like my my cups are going to probably be just potion lesser size. So I just want to see how many pixels that is. Like I literally will just make almost this identical thing, but it'll probably be taller. Well, I'm gonna have to do some math now. I'm gonna have to do some math and like be like, okay, well, a bottle is this size. How does this play? How does this play? Because like basically my cups are not gonna have a lip like this, but they are gonna be like, at least 2 of them are gonna be transparent. Like it's basically gonna be, if you put this upside down and extruded it, it'd be kind of like that for one of them, for the martini glass. So I'm gonna have to like look at martini glasses and figure that out. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting because like it's basically gonna be the top is gonna have the potion. And I guess it's kind of neat. Once we do that, we'll put in some different colors. We'll at least have 4 different colors to start with. Well, we actually only need, we have 4 different textures because each mug is going to have a different different texture. Like there's going to be a mug texture, and then they'll have different colors in there, and we'll just figure it out from there. Like it's basically we're just going to have like a few textures for these things. And I think I want to be smart because I already noticed when I go into some servers, it just takes like 15 minutes to download all these mods. So we're gonna have to be smart about that. Shall we try? Should we try and just build, design something real quick? So like this guy, does this have? Okay, so let's look at potion lesser, right? And what I really wanted to know is, okay, So it's size 12 by 9 by 9. So it's 9 by 9. It is about the size of a potion bottle, right? So let's look at, we're going to just start with a straight like cup, right? So we'll do 9 by 9 and then a certain height. Let's look at, actually let's get back into Kytale real quick. Let's get back into Kytale, because I think what it'll do is we'll just use my existing textures, and then I'll probably go and like mess with it later. And we'll just mock up at least one drink real quick. Not the avatar. Not the avatar. We're gonna go worlds, sandbox. And then we'll just make sure that they all have the cup for now. Okay, so if I hit F. It's using the corn model. I don't know why it's doing that. Okay. What do we need to do? So, what was it? What did I open this up for? I think I wanted to give myself a potion. Give lesser potion. I think I want to give myself, oops. Wow, it's not that simple. Potion, health, lesson, potion. Health, bless you. I just want to see, okay, we drink. Oops, that's a down. Oh, let's go into adventure mode. I think it's, was it game mode, adventure. I just want to see what happens when I drink a potion. Okay, so we don't keep the glass. When I do it, we're going to keep the glass. When I do it, we're going to keep the glass. And then we'll be able to chuck the glass. That's what we're going to do. We're going to chuck the glasses for now. Okay, so. Now we got a vague idea. Let us make a new. Oh, that's right. We're going to look at. Oh, I remember. I completely forgot what we did. So we have martini, a berry sip, berry punch. We have two berry. Oh, autumn sip. That's the pumpkin. Corn cooler, a berry punch. Okay, if we. What are some common cocktail glasses? If a potion is 7, was it 9 by, was it 9 by 9 or 7 by 9? Let's see if we can make it just some math on us. 9 by 9 by 12. Yeah. We'll see if we could. I don't know if the AI could figure this out. Is 9 pixels wide, 9 pixels. So we got width, depth, and 12 pixels. How big would we want a common glass for dipping to be? I think I'm just gonna make it 9 by 9 by like 14 or something. It's doing it. The AI is calculating pixel sizes for different shot glasses. We have the AI calculating different pixel. Let me just say that again. The AI is calculating different pixel sizes for different martini glasses, different cocktail glasses. Look at this. Look at this right here. Sipping glass, like rocks glass or coupe, should feel smaller and more delicate than a potion bottle. I'd suggest. Noticeably shiny. I think we need to refigure this. It's saying 778, 779. I think that's wrong. Let's look at. I like that I tried to figure that out. Like I tried to figure out the dimensions and pixels of what the martini glasses should be. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay, so what we want to do is look at block bench. Let's look at potion large. A large potion is 15 by 15. I think our numbers are off. Numbers are off. For a hurricane, it should be the same width as a, was it greater potion, right? What was it called here? Large potion, which is 15 by 15 by 11. This does not count for recalculate considering this size. Much bigger than estimate. Okay, so hurricane. Now we're getting the pixel sizes. We have Claude deciding the pixel sizes for our glasses here. Interesting. Some interesting decisions here. Okay, so we're gonna go with which glasses the most sense for our board. I'm looking at the AI. The AI has the wheel. The AI has the wheel. You're giving me the dimensions of her glasses. I'm just gonna make some blocks. I'm just gonna follow what the AI says. See how it looks. Okay. So apple martini is 13 widths, 13 wide, 7 height V shape, and 7 height stem. It says V shape. It says half and half. Oh, Claude Code. I was just reading the last sentence. This gives nice visual variety. One stem martini, one clunky tiki, one tall highball, one short rocks. Each silhouette is distinct enough to tell apart in game. Okay, so what our next plan is we're going to make our apple martini real quick. 13 by 13 and then 13 by 13 by 7 and then a 7 height stem. Thirteen by 13 by 7. Let's see if we can make that go. So, file new. How are they're calling it potion? So we'll call it drink. No, let's call it cocktail. Cocktail martini. We're not doing Minecraft though. New hightail prop. Hightail. Is it just new hightail prop? Yeah. We'll call this cocktail martini. Confirm. And then this guy is going to be, what do we say, 13 by 13 by 7, 13, 13. Oh, no, so this is 7. Okay, so where is this height here? Does it have X and Y? Bottle lid. Where are we saving? Basically, I want to make sure that our bottles initially, this, position 13.5. Okay, so we want this to be up. Like right there, probably. And then we'll just copy this. And this is, what are we calling this part? Give it a name. Name it proper here. I love that cloud. It's like, here are the dimensions of your V shapes. We'll call it the shape. Well, we'll call it bowl and stem. We'll call it bowl and stem. Bowl. This is the stem. This goes down to 0. This is 0. There we go. Is these all negative? I don't know if this got moved over. And then we're just going to say, let's see what it says here for a position. I'm literally just following how the AI says I should make. I can't believe I literally am following how the AI says I should make a martini glass. If you're just tuning in, I have asked Claude Code, hey, give me the dimensions, knowing that the large potion is these dimensions. What would an apple martini glass look like? And this is what it gave me in voxels, which is insane. So we're just following what Claude Code imagines what a apple martini glass will look like dimension-wise, which is insane to me that it did that for me. I was just like, there's no way it's going to figure this out. There's no way. And it did. So my question, I'm going to ask it though. I'm curious now because like it didn't give us a size for the stem. For the apple martini, what should be the width and depth to the stem? 1 pixel seems too small. Also, is there a width and depth dimension for the foot? What do you think about Zybooks? I don't know what Zybooks is. Sorry, Anthony. Sorry, Anthony. I'm not familiar with Zybooks. Okay, so what is it saying? It's saying 13 by 13, 7 did that stem foot. It says 5'2", 5 and 2. 7 width, 7 depth. So the foot's still pretty big. 3'3". Okay, let's do that. Interesting. We're just letting AI decide our apple martini glasses. So I put 1'1", but it's saying nah, it should really just be 3'3". It should really be 3'3". 3'3", and then it wants this to be 5. And then now we gotta actually put it up to the right height. Move this to the center. Move this to the center. I'm just eyeballing it and it'll check me. Oh, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. Right there, maybe? Does that look about right? That don't look right to me. That could be right. That's gonna be hilarious as a martini glass. So position wise, so we got 5-5, 5-2-5, 5-2-5. I guess that's position center. Okay, and then we're just going to duplicate that and put it as a foot. A foot. A foot. And then we will put some sort of drink in there. We will put some drink in there. Okay, so then we go down even further. And then what did the AI tell us? What did the AI say? The foot should be 2 height. 2 height. This is 2 and then this is 7. 7, 7. And I gotta center that. And this is our apple martini glass, apparently. Sorry, it's probably. Is it really just zoom down? I am really bad with the controls. I'm really bad with the controls. There we go. Apple martini glass. There we go. Yeah, does that feel like an apple martini? I mean, I guess it's an apple martini glass. That'll be kind of funny. That'll be kind of funny for sure. And then what we do is we're just gonna make another one. We're gonna duplicate this, and inside here is gonna be our juice. Our juice, as dictated by just designs. I don't need the AI to tell me how to do the juice, because we're gonna do 1 pixel, 2 pixels left, I guess. So it's 2 pixels left. So it'll be 11, 11. And then we'll do 4. We'll just see how that looks initially. And I'll move this up 1. And then that should be enough to, so we'll save this now. File, save, file, save, save project as. Reference. We don't need a reference. We actually need source, main, resources, common, models, items. I really want this. Block textures. I don't see. There we go. Items. Cocktail martini. Save. And then I believe over here there was a generate texture button. Texture, auto, apply to all faces, auto. One of these buttons I could have sworn just auto-generated a texture. Great texture, there we go. I knew there was a button. So this is cocktail martini. Confirm. There we go. There we go. There's our cocktail. Save. This is gonna go in here. Source, main, Java. Are there resources? Common, items. Cocktail martini. Those are the models. The textures, items, mojito. Block textures. Yeah. This is cocktail martini. save. Okay, so now we got our basic martini texture in there. So then we're going to just go through and, okay, also it's good to know, I think the black, oh, I guess the big black. We're just gonna go through and just texture this real quick and just go from there. So that's gonna be Photoshop. Let me open up the Photoshop. Photoshop. We're making some progress tonight. We're gonna actually have a martini glass in there. I'm only reason I'm doing it right now, guys, is just the fact that Claude told us the dimensions. I was like, given that a potion, large potion is this size, and we want this to be the same size as a hurricane bowl, please give us the dimensions. Open. Oops, not new. Open. It just cracks me up so much. That just tickles me so much. We want. Oops, Murdy developer. Kiosk app. Source. Assets. No, I guess it's not that. I'm in the wrong build. I'm getting sleepy. We want Murdy, MMM. LM, this is not in order. That's why it's throwing me off. Murdy's Mixology plugin, source, main, resources, common, luck textures, cocktail martini, open. Scratch disk is full. What the hell? Why is my Photoshop? Do you know why my Photoshop is full? Okay. At least it's honest. Yeah, it's doing some weird stuff here. It won't let me open up a new file. This AI will tell me, apparently. There's only one file in there. Edit, purge all. Edit. Edit. Purge. Video cache. Apparently there's a video cache? I don't know. Je ne sais. Okay, new file. There we go. File open. Cocktail martini. Still won't let me open. Learn how to fix. Your phone's up NC drive max. Clip your max drive, remove files for external drive. Okay. So this is just saying I'm full of stuff. Like, what is on my computer? Okay, let's just clear my desktop. Oh, you know what? Let's go to downloads. I could probably just do this size. Oh, my own builds are really huge. That's what's going on. These can all go. There we go. Now it should let me open the file. Yeah, now you can actually see stuff again. That's wild though. Okay, so zoom in here. Look how tiny this is. Okay. All we're gonna do is we open up our existing mixology bar here. Zoom in on this texture. And we're just from now just gonna take our texture here and just put this on everything. We're just gonna toss this on everything and just make it all just a glass cube. And then we'll see what sticks. So this may take a hot moment. My apologies, but we gotta get this going here. We gotta get this going. Oh, we took the gleam. Oh, we need the gleam. The gleam is essential. Essential gleam. But this is too high up. This needs to go down one. There we go. So step one is we're just going to get rid of one texture here. Move that one up. Yeah, looks like my bottles are more green than these other bottles. So we're probably going to we're definitely going to change this texture later, but we're just putting something down. We're just trying to get something done here. Oops, I thought that was 1 pixel. That was definitely more than 1 pixel. There we go. There we go. So there's one bottle, and we'll just, as we go, we'll just delete the bottles. We'll just delete the bottles underneath. Bam! Beautiful. We'll just work from the top down. We'll just go from the top down. Just make sure that all these boxes are taken care of. Are taken care of. Oh no, that is not what we wanted to do. This one is down here. And we'll do the big boxes. We'll do these big boxes up here first, and then we'll look at the other textures. And hopefully we can just like mash them there. This is just placeholder. This is just placeholder for now. Well, late night. I don't know what I'm doing, placeholder. We just want to make our glass glassy. And then we'll go through and just kind of we'll do different passes on this list. This is all the same size. We'll just choose this one down here. Is that the right? Oh, I guess it's off going, but that's fine. We'll make it work. What's going to work? What's going to work, guys? What's going to work? Teamwork. What's gonna work? Teamwork. You guys ever watch Wonder Pets as a kid? Wonder Pets, we're on our way to save a baby something and save the day. Or to rescue something and save the day. I don't remember. Only watched it when I was sick. Wonder Pets, we're on our way. Merge layers. Where did it stick? It's right on top. This will look interesting because I think some of these are not going to be facing the right direction, but I'll get us started. I'll get us started on this at least. Right, because we know, actually, now that I'm thinking about this one right here is probably our fluid. So I may paint that red in a sec. Like apple color. So let's take a look. This is our drinky color, so we'll just put this guy here. Copy merge. That's our apple juice, guys. That's our apple juice. I'm just gonna stretch it because I'm lazy. I'm being lazy today. And then let's merge these two guys. Merge layers. And we know that this one size smaller is going to be our juice. Oh, we got to stretch it that way too, I guess. I done goofed. That's fine though. That's probably better. It's probably for the best. This is just placeholder texture. We're going to redo this red. By the way, this is just placeholder. I think we have to go in and make things a little bit more vibrant in color. Merge layers. And then I think that guy should be, these dudes here. What is this stupid thing? I don't want generative feel. I don't need your help, AI. I can screw up all on my own. I don't need your help. And we'll just go over here. And this will go over here. This will go right. Oops, sorry about here. This will go about here. Is this the same size as? I'm confused. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so this one, this blue one, I think is the glass steel. I think this is the glass steel. So our thing is, yeah. Because these are the four sides of the glass, of our bell glass here. Make a martini glass because AI told me to, and then the rest of this is the drink. I am so tickled that the AI just said this is the sizes of your, this is the dimensions of your glass. It just cracks me up. I just think that's so funny. Okay, this should be 5. If it's 7, this should be 5. These are not 4. Did I screw it up? Well, we'll find out. We'll just do it. We'll just make it happen, guys. We're just making it happen. Bam. Well, that looks weird. Oh well. Oh well. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Now we can merge all these guys down. Getting there. Merge layers. Right. And then this part is our flute. So let's go look at our bottles. Our bottles. We have a neck. Do we have a neck? I don't think we have a neck. If we had a neck, what would that look like? Because I think our bottles are actually completely are nice. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to take I think we'll do this guy. Well, you know what I think would be nice actually is we'll just take the middle for now. Take the middle for now. And then we'll just make this. Again, these are all just placeholders. Why am I not able to? Where's my dimensions? I want to be able to resize this. Why is that? That is weird. That is not what I wanted to see. Okay, so I think what I want to see is just this part. I'll go here. That's what I want to see. There we go. I'm gonna play with this a little bit. They're doing some weird stuff. That's fine. These 3? Yeah, these are 3. Like that, and then we're gonna do blending options. Blending options. Where's blending options? Blending options. Inner glow. Inner glow. Where's inner glow? Inner glow. Distance 1. Choke 1. Distance 1. Size 1. That's interesting that worked that way. We don't want, I guess we don't want inner glow, we want stroke. I guess we'll do stroke. And we'll do multiply. Size 1, opacity. Why is it red? Oh, okay. I don't know what happened there. Blending options, stroke. Normal. For some reason, it's turning red when the color is. If I do blue, okay. So that's not how I remember stroke working. The inner glow? Inner glow. Oh, I think inner glow is just working. Okay, you know what we're just do? We're gonna stick with stroke. We're gonna stick with stroke. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this color. We're gonna pick our dark color here. And then we'll reduce. Why is it going to red though? Blend mode. Multiply. I don't know why it decides that it needs to be red now. It used to not work right. Stain? Let's do stain. Distance 1, size 1. Yeah, it's not working the way I want either. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bummed because stroke for some reason is using darken. Shouldn't inside opacity. Like when I put it in stroke. Nope. I don't know why it's turning red. There's no reason for it to turn red. That's fine, whatever. I give up. So that's fine. What we're going to do then is we're going to just draw. We're just going to draw. We're just going to reduce the opacity. Good enough. Good enough. It's just placeholder for now. We'll make it look nicer later. We're gonna make it. Oh, David Darkwater. Hey, how's it going, dude? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. So what we are doing, if you're still there, my dude, is we are making. Okay, so we're working on our mod, our Kytale mod, see if I have it open, is we're making a cocktail table, right? And we got some placeholder items here. And essentially what we're going to do is we're going to change these placeholder items to be different cocktails. And what I did was I said, hey, based off of the big potion, the large potion, if we use a large potion as a hurricane, like a hurricane drink bowl, what would be the dimensions of cocktail glasses? So I went to Claude Code and I said, hey, Claude Code, can you figure this out for me? And it gave me the dimensions of the glasses. So we're now making cocktail glasses based off of voxel dimensions that Claude Code has generated for us. And I went as far as to give us so many different glasses. Said, yeah, your hurricane will be this, a pint glass will be this, old-fashioned glass will be this, highball will be this. So I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna start with, since we're starting this with just 4 different drinks, apple martini. We're making a martini glass. That's what we're doing right now. So that is the goal. That is the goal. And basically, I'm just taking the bottles from my bench, and I'm just repurposing them to be the glassware. And I apologize. I think I wasn't paying attention to chat because I wasn't aware that people were here. So hopefully you're still around. If not, cool. Hopefully you'll see this later. You know, I'll talk to you later for sure. Oh, there you are. I'm glad I didn't miss you. Yeah, so that's what we're doing is we're just repurposing our mixology bar glasses to make a martini glass. And we're almost done with this. We're just at the bottom here. So let's see here. And I'm just like basically putting some placeholder stuff to just give a vague idea of what the heck this one would look like. We're about to just tell the AI. I've been having fun with Claude Code has gotten crazy in the last couple of months. And as an old guy like me, I kind of know how all this programming stuff kind of works. So it's been fun for me to be like, okay, well, we're doing this now, you know? Let's just do this. And it's like kind of figuring it out for me. I actually had to decompile the actual Minecraft server jar to pull some of these assets out so I can give it as an example. But it's like every time I do that, I feel like I was telling Chad earlier, I'm kind of like, I went from being a web wizard to a web warlock now because I'm using, I've made my pact with the AI for more power. And like every time I'm using it to make this mod is then teaching the AI to further along making Kytale mod slop. And I'm like, now I am being evil. My pact is I'm giving it the information it needs so that some kid in the future can make some sort of mod that I probably will not approve of because I have fed the AI the forbidden knowledge, So it's like, oh, well, it is what it is. It is what it is. But, I'm having fun either way. And also I'm like learning. Like it's basically I'm using Kotlin. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It's for Java. So I have Maven and Kotlin as a setup. I haven't used that in years. So it's like, trying to get it all set up again was kind of interesting. Let me wish some layers. But now it's like, everyone's complaining about AI. It's like, oh, it's taking your jobs. Well, no. In this case, it's letting me do the part that I enjoy, which is like, just futzing around with the pixels here and just making something look interesting. So we're almost done with this. And then we'll have a nice martini glass to play with. Hopefully. And then, yeah, so it's been an interesting experience learning how to do all this with Kytale. Okay, so what else? I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna. I don't know what that. What was 2 pixels tall? I don't know. We're just gonna draw some stuff there. I may just. Well, no. Let's put a color there. We'll just do this. Oh, that's right. I gotta fix the opacity here. I have no idea what this is supposed to represent, and we'll find out. There we go. And then once again over here, we'll just whatever. I don't know if it's the right color. I'm guessing that's what we're doing. I'm just going to draw this in now. I'm over it. I don't know what this is all supposed to represent. all. We'll just see what it looks like. We'll just see. We'll just see. That's too bright. You know what? Just one pixel brighter. I don't know. And then this guy, I don't know what the heck that's supposed to be either. So we'll just go in his last dude anyways. I don't know. Well, I think this is the base of the martini glass. I think this is the base. We're just going to color it in. With some color here. Okay, let's take a look at what we got. So we got some juice, we got some lines. That should look like something, right? Let's merge this all down too. Flatten image. Oops, we don't want flatten. We just want merge layers. Merge layers. File, save as. Martini, save, replace. So what we can do now that we did that is we can go back into Blockbench, look at our cocktail martini. I think it's been a while since I've used Blockbench, but I think there's a button to update the texture. Add elements. No. There we go. No, okay, so it's textures. So just move to collapse. I don't know if there's a button to. We'll just delete it. We'll just delete the texture. Delete. Import texture. Martini glass. What do we got? Oh, I didn't do it. Why didn't it do it? Cocktail martini. That doesn't look right. Did it not save? Oh, it didn't save. Ha! Okay, there we go. I was worried for a second. I was like, did I just lose all my work? So then we'll go back to Blockbench. Just delete this guy. I don't know if there's better processes for this. I'm just trying stuff and seeing what sticks, to be honest. Okay, it's still not. Still didn't load it. But okay, let's go back to this. File. Export as PNG. And then we'll go developer, Breeze, Mixology plugin, source, main, Java, actually resources, common, textures, items, no. Items, that's models, block textures, yeah. Cocktail martini. Oh, I can't replace it. Save, replace. Okay. I keep doing that. That's not on that screen. It's right here. Lock bench. There we go. It's just automatically updated. There's our there's our martini glass. I think this can go lower. Okay, that goes through. Right there. I mean, that looks like a martini glass, right? That looks like a martini glass. Let's just save this update. File. Save model. I took a pretty good guess there. It's looking pretty good now. This looks like it's off center though. I don't know how that happened. It's looking pretty good now. I guess I could pull it up then too. So it doesn't touch the bottom there. Save model. Not bad. The AI decided the dimensions of our martini glass and looks passable. It looks passable. That's a martini glass. Okay, so you can tell like my textures are a little bit washed out, but they're just placeholders. I need to go back and like look at their textures and see like the vibrancy. I just kind of eyeballed it. Like all this is all based off, I took a screenshot in game, so it's already washed out from the rendering and the lighting. So I need to go back and like actually use their depth of vibrancy and their colors. But this is all just like, hey, let's just put a placeholder in there, see what happens. So that turned out pretty well. Okay, so I'm gonna tell the AI I made a texture for our drinks. And we have all the drinks for now. Use, what do we just call it? Cocktail martini. Texture and model. And model. And then this should just update everything. I haven't even looked at code today. I haven't even looked at the code today. Luckily, the way that this works is a lot of it is just doing like, there's a thing called JSON files, which are just like lists. So you're just telling it like, here's a value, it's just like a spreadsheet. So it's just kind of updating like the list, the spreadsheet value for me. And then once this is done, so we'll go close out of Kytale. We're gonna quit out of Kytale, exit to desktop. Right, okay, so now we got that going. We're gonna give it a sec. Okay, so it's telling me we added the blocking model. It's updating. See, here's the JSON right there. It's saying our model's now the blocking cocktail martini. Oops, and it's just doing some. I keep scrolling to the very top of our conversation here. So just give it a sec. All four drinks now have this model. Rename it. No. Oh, okay. Do I just have an older version of file export Kytale blocking model? Yeah. Okay, that's where all these models are named BB model. So let's just rename it BB model. I'm lazy. I'm just gonna have it do it for me. Doop doop doo. Oh, and you want me to build a plugin? Yes. Be bopping. It's be bopping. This is how AI should be used, by the way. I do the fun stuff. It does the boring stuff of copying and pasting for me. Okay, so it's deployed. Give yourself one of the drinks to see if the model shows up. Sounds good. Kytale launcher. So we gotta relaunch the launcher, replay. One of my worlds has my mods, worlds, sandbox 1. You can see the bench right there. And hopefully we could hold our drink here. Oh, no. No, that did not work. Oh, that did not work. Invalid item. So we got a few issues here. We have a few issues here. Okay. I am seeing invalid item. And the text, the model not loading. So this is gonna be me going back and forth with the AI now for a bit. So let's go check the logs, see if there's any errors. Hopefully it finds an error. Hopefully it finds an error and be like, oops, this is what we should have done. The textures are there, and it did rename our model, so I'm a little concerned that it named it incorrectly. Well, I already made, like I already had my model already in there, so also maybe I did. So I exported it as a blocky file, export, because use the export Kytale blocking model. Okay, these are all named, no, only my bar's in there as a blocking model, and also as a BB model. Blocking model, BB model, blocking model. Maybe it screwed it up. All right, so we're gonna have ads for 3 minutes. Hope you don't mind. I'm just debugging for a bit. See if we could solve this before the ads come back. Before people come back from ads. Before the folks come back from ads. My apologies. I'm learning how the ads work. It's kind of a weird thing. You're gonna have 3 minutes. Just chill out, I guess. I could snooze it, but I'd rather just see how it works. Trying to learn how this all goes, you know. So, on that note, I'll hopefully have this solved by the time you guys get back from the ad. So let's see here. Yeah. Okay. So. Block materials and Kytale's blocking model format. They have completely different schemas. Okay. Yeah. Let me delete that then. Let me go to intermission. We're gonna go to Murdy's Mixology plugin. Why is that? Go source, resources. Block textures, models, items. Nope. Items. Move the beauty models. Not sure where they came from. Please update consumable. Please remove consumable. And can you model item parameters after lesser potions for now? The rest should use our martini glass. Texture and model. There we go. See if that works. See if that works. And I don't know when our ads end. I'm gonna put us back. I'll put us back. And yeah, so I don't know if it gives us some information about when the ads end. It's supposed to be 3 minutes. I don't know if it it just gives me a little prompt that the ads started. I don't know if it gives me a prompt when the ads end. Okay, do you want to proceed? I have no context of time. I have no context of time, so I don't know when ads start or end. Like I don't know if I missed the message that it's already ended. Okay, so blah 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 blah. Use a different particle color to match the drink. Okay, that's cool. So let's give this a go. Let's do that quick Kytale. I don't like Kytale with the quick from there. Desktop. There we go. Not sure, to be honest. I don't see ads. Perfect. That's all I care about. As long as it's not like blocking people for stuff. Okay, so worlds, sandbox. Hopefully we told it, hey, look at the lesser potion and model it after lesser potion, but use our, by model I mean like map everything after lesser potion, but use our model. Okay, well that's an improvement? Question mark. I guess that's an improvement. It's no longer a box. I don't know what that's supposed to be. That's not our model. And we can't buy it. Item B, an invalid item. Can we make it match the food source? 1 apple for the martini, 1 corn for the one corn, 1 pumpkin, 1 berry, etc. Let's fix. Let's. I guess we just gotta start fixing these little bits here. So it says it's not matching item ID, so now it's gonna. You see what's doing right now? It's unzipping the install, and like it's gonna start decompiling right here. Yeah, that was the command right here. It was decompiling the server jar. So again, my powers is extracting the information. But now it's learning. It's learning. Okay, so what we got? I gotta compress this because it's getting hard to follow. But you see now it's just changing the names now that it's gone into the code and looked at it. So it's saying plant crop pumpkin item. There we go. So now it claims they'll have the right values there. The old IDs don't exist in build 12, which is why they showed up as invalid items. Okay, cooked for 20 seconds. So it's deployed, so then I should just be able to close Kytale yet again. Well, let me double check something. If it's changed, okay, so it's not changed. I do have to quit to desktop again. I knew I had to quit to desktop like a month ago, but this stuff is updating so fast, dude. Like the AI is updating like fast, Kytale's updating like fast. I always have to check like whatever I thought things were like a month ago, it's already out the door. I've never seen things update this fast. Like I've been doing websites and development for like 20 years, and it's always been fast where it's like every 3 to 4 years you kind of have to keep up with it. But now it's like every month everything's completely different. It's insane. Okay, so open up Kytale again, Kytale launcher, play, worlds, sandbox. But it's getting there. Like we got the bench there, so we'll get there. We'll get the different drinks going by adding different items. Okay, so there's that apple, pumpkin, wild berries, corn. Let's see. I'm gonna give myself all these items. Plant, fruit, apple. I only got 1. Received 1 of apple. I want 100 apples. No such player. Maybe I have to give 100? How do I specify? Well, at least I got 1. Give plant, fruit, berries, red. Give plant, crop, corn item. Some weird ass names. They don't follow any convention. These are definitely going to change. The fact that, they're not following a convention, that means at some point someone's going to be like, we got to rename these things, brah. So my mod's going to break at some point before they release, I'm sure of it. Where were we? We're in Claude. Plant, crop, pumpkin item. Plant, crop, pumpkin item. Give plant, crop, pumpkin. Okay, so now we got 1 of everyone. Crap, I just want to see. Okay, so it's coming in as a crate, which is fine. Okay, well, here's something interesting. That is our model, but I think it's upside down. Right? Does that not look upside down to you? What we got going on here? What button, or is it the what button do I need to hit to? There's a way to turn the camera around, but I'm already forgetting that. How do I turn the camera around? Oh, I had it. There we go. What we got? Okay, you know what? That just looks like a normal potion bottle. It's not using our model. That's just using the normal potion bottle. So that's what's going on. I think it's not using our model, but instead the normal, the lesser potion bottle. So once we fix that, then I think we actually got it working. It's in there. It's disagreeing with me. The AI is disagreeing with me. Okay, well, we have this open. So it wants it in resources, common items, cocktail martini, blocking model. That is definitely where we save this file at. File, export, Kytale blocking model. Okay, I guess it's gone now. Whatever, it must have, AI is playing tricks on me. And we fix it. Making us some cocktail models. What time is it? Oh, it's almost midnight. So I think we're just gonna end up with just the one bottle tonight, and then the next time I work on this. So the goal, by the way, is to just get the different drinks in there of like 4 different glasses. And then that will be enough where I could just put it onto like Curse Gaming and let people download it. Because then I'll at least do something, you know? It won't be great, but it'll be a fully flushed out, here's a bench, it makes 3 different drinks. And you can hold these silly little drinks. You know, that's all I really wanted to do for now. But then like I'm gonna flesh it out a little bit more, like the recipes are gonna change. It's gonna be a little bit more complex. The potions will do different things. And like also the idea is like as you go progress through the game, you'll unlock, just like how you do with the farm bench, you'll unlock new recipes and make new things. So it's kind of gonna work like the alchemy bench meets the farm bench. But it'll just be a lot of silly little drinks and stuff because I like silly little drinks. Okay, so now we can close Kytale again. I guess we just hit quit to desktop. Open up the Kytale. World's Sandbox. So now we should see a martini drink. They all should match now. What I might do is I may just make different textures for each, because there's 4 different colors here. So I may just make, oh, there we go. We got something going on there. that looks like a martini glass. I wonder how we look like in the front. What happens when we drink it? Oh, but okay, so our glasses. That's pretty good. I like that. I gotta figure out what's going on. Oh, you know what? Because it's off center. I don't know what I did, but it's off. The juice is off by 1. That's hilarious. I have to figure that one out. But there we go. We got us a little martini glass. Clunk, 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 clunk. We did it. So then we're gonna do. Let me fix the model real quick. Let's figure out let's quit the desktop. But we did it. We actually got our little bottle going. That's hilarious. So we need block bench. I click Z, Y, yeah. This goes over. I wonder what I did to get it off by. Oops, not that one. We want the juice. We want the juice. 13, 13, 1, 1, 1. Does that look centered? 3, 3, 3. That looks awesome. Let's save this now. File, save. Oh, so saving as BB model. But we need to export as a blocky model. So that's where BB model is coming from. It's just saving. But we need to export as a blocky model. So that's where that was coming from. Okay, good to know. Good to know. That was just human error then. Okay, so then we fixed our Martini model. That's cool. So real quick then, let's just see if we could just do, let's just see if we change the colors. We want, oh, we don't have a pumpkin. Yeah, let's just, I'm just gonna select all this. We'll just do some messy stuff here. Let me zoom in, it's not letting me select correctly. This takes me back. It's funny because like when I started as a graphic designer in my career, and then I learned how to code along the way. So like I used to be really good at Photoshop, and now I just don't remember anything. So we're just gonna toss a color on here. We want pumpkin drink. Pumpkins are orange. Now go here, and we're just gonna select this, but we're gonna click the contiguous button. Then we go to this layer. There we go. We did that, so now we have an orange layer, so we could just do, yeah, it looks like a pumpkin drink. That'll work. Actually, I want to do color. Where's color? Color. Oh no! Color burn, like one of these look nicer, I thought. I'll just do color for now. What was that drink called? Let's look at our list here. Oh, we don't have our cocktail list anymore. I wanted to save that. I wonder if I still have it on the screen here. Because I thought that was hilarious to me. Yeah, here we go. I need to crop this. This bit of like me and back and forth with, yeah. This back and forth with the AI. This needs to be saved for prosperity. Copy. For its lost to the void here. I'm just gonna message myself that information. Uno momento. Where is the There we go. Oops, that's a picture of me. Why is that on the desktop? I gotta lock down my computer because it keeps showing all this personal information. Okay, what do we gotta do? Okay. Oh, that's right. I wanted to see. Let's look at my message here. What was our 4 drinks here? Autumn sip. So we'll just call it the autumn sip. Oh, but we gotta export it. File, export, quick export as PNG. Cocktail. Autumn sip. And then we'll end up just changing it to be, like I'm going to change the glasses later, but I want to just put the colors now just so we can tell the difference. And then, so we have autumn sip. What was the other ones? Here we Berry Punch. I'm literally just changing the colors here. That's kind of hard to see. What is a berry punch color? Soft light's fine. Cocktail berry punch. And this is all going to change later. I'm just putting different colors so I can see what's going on. And then what was the other one? We have autumn sip. Oh, the corn one. What? I think that should be like a cold blue. Like a cool blue. Like, because that reminds me, like corn, I kind of feel like vodka, right? So let's do that. I don't know if we can make it cold blue though. Or should we make it like a bright? We'll make it bright corn color, I guess. This looks like candy corn. Let's duplicate this. Duplicate layer. That should make it like exponentially. That's better. That's cornish more. Let's reduce this though. Somewhere in between what we just did. That's like a corn colored drink. I don't know. I don't think corn has a color, but we'll use that. Export, quick export. So we called it corn cooler. Okay, so I'm gonna say, with the AI, I updated the textures for each drink, and we, oh, not add it. Can we add them in? Add them in. And this may be the last thing we do, because then it'll be closer to midnight and we got a break. Surprisingly, I think I ended up streaming, like right now it's about 2.5 hours, but I think we ended up doing an hour and a half of playing Hytale, and then 3.5 hours maybe of actually working on our mods. We got pretty far with it. I'm kind of surprised. We got really far. Okay, deploy each drink now has its own texture. Right, where the bar, what do you call that? The item bar for our inventory. And inventory, let's see. Our mixology crate as a placeholder. Can you write me a plan? Can we investigate if it is possible to use our models as a inventory image? As an inventory image, or do we need to render individual icons? Each drink. Okay, so they are using pre-rendered images. Use the same angle as vanilla. Okay, can render using block bunch. Can you give me, explain for me how to render? I've done this before. This in block bunch. But I want to know, because I don't think I got this number, so I'm curious if we got that number. 2 minutes. Oh, thank you for following, Bjaxus. Thank you for following. Much appreciated, my dude. It's kind of weird because like my stream says like no one's watching me. Like the notification says, yeah, no one's watching, so I'm surprised that it says that you're following. So thank you for that. Much appreciated. Let's see here. Hi, my English isn't great, but I made a round arches mod. What are you working on at the moment? That's a good question. So what I'm working on, and good job making the arches mod. That's pretty tough. I am making a cocktail mod to make martinis in the game is what I'm doing right now because I'm a silly fellow. Yes, notoriously inaccurate. So right now we're about to test it out again. So let's actually just run it. Let's just run it. And right now we're wrapping up for the day. We added in the ability to pick 4 different cocktails. I had the AI actually. I gave it the dimensions of the large potion. So we go to block bench here. The large potions, I said, hey, if we use this as a reference to the bowl of like a margarita, what should be the dimensions of all our glassware? And it spat out a bunch of dimensions. So I was like, okay, I don't think I have it in here somewhere. I have it saved elsewhere now. But like it spat out a bunch of dimensions and I just started making the models like right here. So I lost it. For like the different types of drinks. Yeah, here we go. Like the bowl should be 13 width by 14, 13 by 13 by 7 for the bowl. The stem is 3. So it's just like, that's hilarious to me. Have you made any other mods before? No, this is my first. I mean, I made mods for other games. I'm actually kind of like, back in my day, I made a mod for, a map mod for Warcraft 3. So that was a while ago. That was before World of Warcraft existed. And that one was called Saul's Open RPG. And that got up to like a couple 100,000 downloads, which was a big deal back in 2003, I guess. But ever since then, I haven't really done much for modding. And this is my first Kytale mod. And I did get into a little bit of just discussions about making mods for Minecraft, but I never got around to it. So that's the answer to that. So this is my first Kytale mod, and it's been decades since I've actually made a mod that I want to put out there. So I'm actually just making this for the contest. I don't think I'm going to win the contest, but like I'm using the contest as leverage to get me to actually do something. Actually, why keep this? Okay. Let me check vanilla. I'm going to ask that actually. Can't you render the models in 3D forming and make a screenshot? Oh, it's going to try. This is going to be crazy. So I decided, you know what? I don't want to use blocking model. I'm going to tell the AI to 3D render my models here and take a screenshot. So it's building a little tool for that now. Okay, so we got, based on my experience, I suggest extra careful with syntax. Kytale is very sensitive to it. Sometimes the game doesn't report an error, but still causes critical bugs. I've already run into this myself. I've noticed that, like, what I've been doing though is because I'm using Cloud Code a lot. I've actually just kind of broken open I broken open the jar file, and it's been reading the syntax. So I haven't been typing much. I've been letting the AI kind of like write the syntax for me for the most part. But I did spend like the first hour of today just going back, reworking some of the work from like a month ago because some of the namings since because I was 3 updates behind, so some of the names and some of the schemas were changed. But finally figured that out, and it was a bit of like, hey, go reread everything. All the information that I had fed into the AI up until that point was already obsolete. So it's just a matter of like relearning what the nomenclature should be. What is going on here? I think we need to clean. I think we need to run compact again. So it's kind of an interesting experience. I'm enjoying trying to build this with Claude Code because I didn't really want to learn Java. My experience is mostly using JavaScript and TypeScript, and I haven't done PHP in a while. I used to do PHP, and I used to know Flash ActionScript back in like who knows how long ago. Those are the main languages that I know because I'm more web-based. I learned Java back in college, but I just never did anything with it, so I didn't want to do much with it, you know. It's my first time seeing an AI like this. I use Google's free AI, so I kept running into syntax errors. Oh, okay, so I gotta show you something then. So like if I go model here, so I'm using it kind of in a way where like this is just the ID, this is the CLI, so it's doing it mostly just reading prompts, right? So I do it in a, not a unconventional way, but I'm not using like their IDEs or anything. I'm using their CLI, and we're gonna have to wait a minute here. Also, like I'm concerned about the amount of tokens I use here because you see it's using 3,000 tokens, and I get an allotment. I have a subscription, so I get an allotment per day, and we're close to midnight, so I think we'll be fine. But maybe getting close to using up all my allotment for the day. So I'm waiting right now. Once it figures out this, oh, I gave it a big task, which was kind of dumb. I just wanted to see if it could do something. But you see right now, it's actually writing a Python code to 3D render my models and take a screenshot to make it as icons because I couldn't be bothered to do that. It's probably a button. It's probably like a button. I know I did it before because like if you look at my bench, let's look at the sandbox again. I did it for my bench already. But I was like, if I could make this automated system where it could just make a snapshot of my screenshots. So you can see I already did it for this. Like the block, I have my own block. Where did I put it? It's under tab. Well, I'm a little concerned because I don't know what this is. This might be my block. The game might have gotten rid of my block here. Is it a B? Enter. Game mode creative. There we go. B. There we go. World tools. These are tools. These are blocks. I was seeing my block right here. I don't know. There we go. It's back in here. So first thing I did was just to learn. I was like, let me make a block, right? So I forgot what I was about to say with this. Oh yeah, so the icon I did, and that was literally, I just took a 3D block that I found online and just skewed the textures to put on that block. And then this one I did the icon for it down here, number 2. That one I did with what is it? Blockbench. But I'd rather just have it automated. Some models generated by Claude. Yeah, I really enjoyed using Claude. I'm trying not to do like, I don't want to be like, hey, go do the models. That's the part I like doing. I like doing the creative stuff. I just don't like doing like, hey, now I have to go make a screenshot when the model already exists. Can I just have this do it through my own app that isn't the Blockbench app? And it looks like it's trying to figure it out, so I might actually do it. But this is kind of like a derailment of what I was trying to do. But it's actually just looking at it. But yeah, it's, a lot of times I'll just write things, and you can always tell when it's trying to do something that's like what the kids do. Because you can't tell, I have a little bit of white hair, I'm a little older. Because it starts writing in Python, and it's like, whoa, dude, I would not write this in Python, but sure. And Python seems to do some more of the more interesting things, like, image generation and stuff. Okay, looks like I might have figured it out. It claims it did. So right now, I'm just curious if it's going to actually generate these icons for me. I just want to see what it does now. I've got to get to work for a great stream. Thanks for stopping by, dude. I appreciate it. And hopefully I'll be streaming more mods and stuff in the future. So hopefully I'll see you around. I tend to stream Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. So see you around one of those days. Hope you have a good one. Good luck with work. Let's see. Oh, it looks like it did something. It looks like it generated it. Tastes like fall in a drink. The AI wrote this. I didn't write this. I gotta review that. I don't want this to be just slop, you know. I want this to actually be. I have a vision. I know what I want. Okay. It didn't even let me check these icons. It just did it. Let's just rerun this with the desktop. If it did this, then I think that would be a good place to stop. Be wild. The AI just like generates the icons now. Because I was like, you can do this. I'm like, can't you do this? Oh yeah, let me see if I can. Let's find out what it did. Oh, it did it. It did something here. Look at that. It actually, oh, you can even place these down now. That's hilarious. Look at that. It did it. It almost did it perfectly. Look at that. That's wild. You see how the AI generated the icon? That is wild. I love it. I love it. It's not perfect, but that's a good placeholder. It took my 3D model and just re-rendered it. That is wild. I love it. Cool. So now we got our 3 martini glasses, and they look pretty lovely. We got our berry punch. It says berry punch. We got corn cooler. And right now they leave different colors. That one's purple for berry. That one's orange. Oh, I need the other drink. What's the other? We want the apple. Apple. The apple's green. We gotta fix that. That's cool. This is pretty close to what we want. So then we can just put down our martini. Look at that. I love it. I love it. Look at it. That's great. We got our drinks. We got our drinks. And berry punch. Yeah, not perfect, but it's good enough for now. It's good enough for now. There's definitely some stuff I want to do. If we look, I don't have the potions on me, but the potions, actually, let's just give myself a potion. Give potion. Oh, bless her. You can't tell, but, oh, you know, I'm not in adventure mode. What is that called? Game mode, adventure. Can we drink these now? That's hilarious. Gulp, 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 gulp. Gulp, 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 gulp. I'm drinking my drinks. Gulp, 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 gulp. That's hilarious. We did it. Our bench actually builds our drinks. And they have the nice little models. That's rad. That's a good place to stop. It actually works. And I don't think I'm going to use, I think I'll figure out how to, I might just go ahead and do it myself. But it's kind of hilarious that it did actually 3D render the models. And then it looks like it didn't copy the, like, it doesn't look like it's perfect, but it's pretty freaking close. It's pretty freaking close. So that's really cool. That's really rad. I'm so glad we got this far tonight. I'm so glad we got some drinks. We made a bottle. I saved the dimensions that the AI parsed out for the other glasses. We'll continue making glasses. I think this glass isn't perfect. I'm definitely gonna have to go through and redo all these textures, but like they look like they match in game, and that's all that really matters. So that's what's cool. So yeah, it makes me so happy. Look at this, and I got the little glasses everywhere. That's fun. I'm so happy with our outcome. We got different drinks. They still need a little bit of work, but man, that's so cool. That is so cool. If I hit shift, I put no. That is so cool. Yeah, so we're gonna change the colors a little bit. Okay, so we can't put it down. I like how there's like a little bit of a texture there. So that's fun. So and then you can drink them, right? I hold the button down. Dum. I want to see. I think the next step is we got to push the y-axis up, so you're holding it by the flute, by the neck. Yeah, hold it by the neck. That'll be the next step. Is hold it by the neck. we have silly little martini glasses now. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Let me put them all down again. Am I missing one? The other thing that I probably will do is put it needs some sort of like cocktail stirrer. We'll work on this, but this is a good first step because it needs like a lemon or something, right? I guess what you put on a martini. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm gonna have to do some sort of outro here. We're gonna stand on a bench here. Was it C? There we go. We made some cool stuff tonight. Is it this guy? Thank you for watching, everybody. I'm gonna go to bed. This turned out fantastic. We got pretty far. We actually got consumables in the game. Not exactly where I wanted to go with this, but I'm glad that we got the ability to actually make some of this stuff now. And we're just gonna keep rocking and rolling. We're gonna clean up our bottles. I think we're gonna do 4 different bottles. 4 different glasses. I may just leave the. We'll make a new. Once we get everything in there, we're gonna replace the icons, I think. But it's pretty solid. I think we did a pretty good job of this for being our first mod. And yeah, we'll see where we end up with all this. I think it's good enough. Almost right now, like I could submit this and it's a workable thing, so I'm not too worried about that. I just want to make sure I submitted something like this is MVP, guys. We got MVP done right now. This is MVP. That's really cool. This is something that someone could have in their game and hold cocktail cups. I think it's pretty fun. Apple martini arm sit. I think it'll be really cool once we get this further along. Yeah, so that's all I got for tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. Long stream, and have a good night. Adios. Sayonara. Auf Wiedersehen. Good night. Good night.